Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about the news that probably you have heard that Unity acquired Ziva Dynamics, and they put this demo, which is an animation, and it's pretty impressive. I was wondering if I can use or we can use Ziva Dynamic animation in other platform other than Unity. And fortunately, it seems that we can. And there's a conversation between user that have asked if they can use the system inside Maya and Unreal, and the CEO of Ziva answered yes. So it's a good news. I analyzed the animation and I realized that this animation is definitely vertex-based animation. It can't be blend shape animation because there is a lot of macro expression on the animation. So it means that you give the system a mesh and it gives you an Alembic file or USD file which has animation on it. But the animation is vertex based and you can't change it. But actually, changing the animation, facial animation, is very important and we need to change it. For example, if you take a look at this animation that I have done for Jay from JS Films, you can see I have added a layer of edit or tweak to the animation. This animation is from FaceGood mocap animation, facial animation, which is pretty good, but we can improve it, and without the layer, actually it's not very impressive. So let's take a look at FaceGood alone without the layer. This is like that.
There's a lot of shit in this alleyway. However, we found this.
And now take a look at the animation with the layer of tweak.
There's a lot of shit in this alleyway. However, we found this.
So as you can see, I edited the animation and I improved it. So probably we are going to do we need to do the same thing for animation from Ziva Dynamics. And also, let's say you have your animation ready, and you have your animation from Ziva Dynamics, and you want to retarget it to another face. You don't have control rig. And this tutorial is about how you can retarget the animation, vertex-based animation, to another face without any control rig, and also how you can tweak it with a control rig. So before going further, I need to mention transferring animation needs to have the same topology. In this example, I have this Metahuman, and I can transfer the animation or vertex animation without touching the control rig to another face of a Metahuman. They both have the same topology. But don't worry, if you don't have the same topology, you are also able to do that. And it's going to be through proximity wrap, which I covered in another tutorial called how to change any Metahuman face to any arbitrary face. We can check that and see how you can bind a geometry to another geometry with proximity wrap and basically transfer animation. So before before the first thing that we need to do is to have the face, the face of our character that we want to transfer the animation as a default pose. So we don't want the character to have any animation on it. So in order to do that, I'm going to remove the skin cluster. As you can see, as I remove it, the head is rotated. And the reason is that this character, the Metahuman character, this scene is on Y-up, but this character is in Z-up. Unfortunately, it's kind of confusing. If you want to use body control, for example, with human IK, in Maya, you have to be on Y-up, and that's why we need to have our character on Y-up. But if you don't want to use body control, you can be on Z-up. So now in this scene, we are on Y-up, but by default, a Metahuman is in Z-up. Anyway, I remove the skin cluster, and also I'm going to remove the blend shape node. So I will have the face without any modification, and I'm going to export it. And I'm going to export this as face. I'm going to do actually not exporting the teeth. I'm just going to export the animation for the teeth. So now let's back to the face. Actually, there's a glitch because Metahuman has many blend shape. Sometimes it happens and Maya freezes if your attribute editor is on. So I have to pause the video, and when Maya back, I will back to. So we are back, and to avoid this problem, you should be not on attribute editor. You should be like on channel box when you are selecting this mesh. So now I'm going to bring back the blend shape and skin cluster. Now I'm going to export the animation as Alembic. Cache, Alembic cache, export selection, face. And also for the teeth. Cache, Alembic cache, and export selection, teeth. Now I have another scene which is empty, and in this scene I'm going to transfer the animation to a new face. I'm going to import the face that is the default face that I exported from the other scene, and as you can see, it is on Z-up, and I'm going to rotate it and inputting -degree, and also freeze transformation, modify freeze transformation. This is my default face. So this is the face of the character that has animation on it without any modification. The second face is going to be my new face. This is another Metahuman. Okay, and I'm going to import the Alembic file. This is the Alembic file. Let's rename this as new face and rename this as Alembic. Okay. So I want to transfer this animation to this face, to the new face. What I'm going to do is to select these. Actually, this is the default face. Okay, remember that. This is the default face. I'm going to select these faces, which one of them is the new face and the other is Alembic file, and apply blend shape to the default face. Okay, deform and blend shape. And we have the blend shape from new face and the blend shape from Alembic. And as you can see, now we have animation on the new face. Okay. Now the next thing that we want to do is actually be able to tweak the animation. And if you're wondering what these buttons are doing, this is a convenient way that you can actually write this. Set up axis Z and go to default view. And for this one, you just change set up axis Y and go to default view. Now for this character, I want to transfer the animation and also be able to tweak the animation. So let's say this is from Ziva. So I'm going to hide the eyelids and I'm going to import the face, which is the default face that we exported from our character that had animation. And by the way, as you can see, this scene has Z up, unlike the other scene. I hope this is not cause the confusion, but you actually sometimes it's better to stay on Z up. Sometimes you have to be on Y up. If you want animation, body animation on your character, it's better to be on Y up. Basically, human IK doesn't work with Z up, and you have to be on Y up. Anyway, this is the default face, default pose. This is our new face. I'm going to duplicate it and unparent it and unlock it. I'm calling it new face. And I'm also going to import the Alembic file. And as you can see, Alembic is on Y up, and we need to apply rotation. And sometimes you need to also offset the Y and Z axis because of the flip-flop. And I offset it to -2. And modify and freeze transformation for our Alembic file. I'm calling it Alembic. So, like before, our Alembic file, the new face, shift and select, and last one, our default pose face, and adding blend shape. Now I'm going to activate it. And as you can see, we have animation on this face. Now we want to transfer the animation from this face to the actual Metahuman face. Again, it freezes. And I have to pause the video. So we are back. Now I'm going to add a corrective blend shape to the Metahuman face. And from Windows, Animation Editor and Shape Editor, I'm going to close these. And for the first one, I'm going to add a target. And next, I'm going to rebuild the target. So I'm going to close this. And I'm going to the mesh that just made as target. And whatever change that I apply to this mesh, it is going to be applied to this mesh, while this mesh also controlled by these controllers. So I have this animation and this mesh, and I'm going to add a blend shape from this mesh to this mesh, from default pose mesh to target, and blend shape, and I'm going to activate the blend shape. As you can see, we have animation on this mesh. And to fix this problem, because the character was different and the chest was different, I can fix it very easily. I'm going to select, going to select some of the face loops and convert it to vertex, and from the form I'm going to paint blend shape, and I'm going to replace the weight to 0, and again paint blend shape and smooth it a couple of times. Now, as you can see, this problem is solved. And I also need to apply animation to the teeth. So, in order to apply animation to the teeth, I'm going to import the LMP file. But because this teeth actually is the same as the other teeth, and actually I don't care about the teeth as much, I just apply the Alembic file directly to the teeth. But if you want to preserve the same shape from this character teeth, you need to do all the thing that I did for the face, like exporting the default pose and all the steps. But for now, I'm going to just apply the animation from Alembic file directly to the teeth. And I'm importing the Alembic file, applying rotation 90 degrees and offset -2, freeze transformation. This is the teeth that has Alembic on it. And I'm going to select the teeth as the second selection and deform and blend shape. Now I'm going to the blend shape node, and apply it. Sometimes, as you can see, the blend shape is not applied. It's a bug. You need to add a value more than 1 and back to 1. So it is applied. As you can see, now we have animation on this face, and we are also able to control it through controlling. For example, like that. And because we already had some animation on the eye right now, it is kind of weird. But in Ziva, actually, I think we don't have eye movement and we need to add them manually. And for example, let's say I just want this character to smile, a big smile, while talking. And it's kind of funny because it is adding to the smile. But you get the idea. You can modify the animation. Yeah. And whatever you add, you can modify the animation. So I think that's about it. And also, I want to tell you guys that I'm working on a tutorial. It's all about Metahuman, and I'm going to put it on Udemy. And in that tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can change the face of a Metahuman and using it in Unreal. And I'm going to cover custom groom for Metahuman and custom cloth and how to simulate inside Marvelous Designer and export it for Unreal for rendering and many other things. So please subscribe and like the video if it was useful to you, so other people can see it and use it. Thank you for watching.